Now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when will these things be? And what will be the sign of your coming, and of the end of the age? Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand."
Jerusalem, eternal city of God. The very word is a symphony to the ear for all to whom the Bible is precious. And at the heart of Jerusalem lies its secret, the holy temple on Mount Moriah, place of the Shekhinah, the divine presence, called by Isaiah the house of prayer for all nations. For 2,000 years the Jewish people have prayed to return to the land of Israel, to Jerusalem, and to rebuild the holy temple. Today, we have returned. The city of Jerusalem is built up, a thriving, vibrant city. But what of Jerusalem's secret? What of the dream?
When Solomon had finished praying, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the temple. And it came to pass, when the priest came out of the holy place, that the cloud filled the house of the Lord, so that the priests could not continue ministering because of the cloud, for the glory of the Lord filled the house of the Lord.
Lord God, that we keep your laws and please you in all that we do, both from this day and forevermore. I pray you, look kindly on this place and make it a house of prayer.
Is we should be thinking about, well, what are we missing without the Holy Temple? And of course, all of our outreach here at the Temple Institute is about deepening our feeling of connection, not our feeling of loss, not our feeling of mourning, but our joy with the possibility of our generation being the generation that is leading to the rebuilding of the temple.
Do you not know that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwells in you?
Like the Jewish people are just a skeleton of what they could be. The whole world is really totally muted and just completely drained of its vibrancy because we don't have the Holy Temple. And so what we're really trying to emphasize during these days is to rekindle the anticipation and the beauty and the longing for having that closer relationship with Hashem when the light of the Shekhinah, the divine presence, returns to the world. For over 2 decades, the Temple Institute has been recreating the biblically appointed vessels to be used in the Holy Temple in preparation for its rebuilding. Tens of sacred vessels have been completed. These vessels and priestly garments, on exhibit in the Temple Institute's Treasures of the Holy Temple exhibition in Jerusalem's Old City, are not copies or replicas, but are actually fit to be used according to strict biblical standards in the new Holy Temple. Original source materials such as gold, silver, and copper, and the original sizes and measurements are used exclusively. Each year, 100,000 visitors come to see, learn about, and experience the promise of the Holy Temple. A visit to the Temple Institute is the highlight of a trip to Israel, for in the presence of these vessels, one can feel that the time of the redemption is indeed drawing close. The golden menorah, the golden table of the showbread, the incense altar, and tens of other sacred vessels have been painstakingly and precisely recreated. Silver trumpets, Levitical harps, and lyres are ready to be heard once again in the streets of Jerusalem. The priestly garments, including the uniform of the high priest, the ephod, the breastplate, and the golden crown, the result of years of intense research and the efforts of Israel's finest artists and craftsmen, are on display for all to see.